Hey, remember back in '93 when Ryan thought Shockmaster was going to be a future world champion?
The modern day wrestling god! What?
And that's why, Jack, you're so smart.
Now back to Jack and Ryan on the MonsterCast.
And that is CM Punk returning to WWE at the end of Survivor Series. It annoyed me. It like nitpicking it. Not just this, but just like nitpicking people's responses on Twitter, where everybody thought this was a glorious way to debut him because they threw up the copyright thing, and they never do that. They do that all the time.
Not
They
only
do it
that,
all
but
the time.
it made no sense. He's coming out there to do what?
He didn't do anything.
Who is he challenging? He just comes out there to stand there and he clapped at, and then what? Goes backstage? It's a stupid fucking angle.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Let's talk about that part of it. The nitpicking of people just, I don't know, putting these rose-colored glasses on and acting like this was the first time they've ever done this before in their lives. We literally saw this when Ciampa turned on Gargano in NXT, way after the fucking graphic was over.
Yeah.
Like, this happens all the time. I'm pretty sure this happened even before that. Like, I think there's more than just 2 or 3 instances where this has happened.
The Gargano one stands out the most, though.
Yeah, let's not act like WWE's the only one that does it either, because AEW has done it before as well. Like, this is so weird to me. Like, just going out of your way to pretend that it's a bigger thing than it is. I mean, it's already a big thing, just because of who it is and where he went back to and all the shit that he talked about it. So it's already a big story. It was going to be a big story anyway. You don't need to hype it up with hyperbole. You know what I'm saying? Hyperbole. Yeah, I mean, I know what it is. I'm just, it's a dillo, baby. Jalapeno.
So
we know how we do it down here.
No, I don't.
Somebody told me, dude. No, somebody told me at Black Friday. Like, man, there's not a lot of people buying these books. I was like, dude, we're in Mississippi, bro. No shit. That was my immediate response. Yeah, what? I don't give a fuck how much on sale they are. All right, anyway.
They're on sale.
Let's talk about this. CM Punk arrives back in WWE. Rollins wasn't happy, but we think that's a work. We were told by Triple H in the press conference that only a couple people knew, but then we were later told that everybody that was in that match knew that he was coming out before they went out there, like right before they went out there. And then he also had a shirt that dropped immediately after that was posted. So how did only a couple people know if everybody in the ring knew? And they already had a shirt designed for him that got posted immediately on their fucking social media page, because Triple H wasn't running that at the same time that he took over the production. So this whole notion that only a couple people knew is kind of asinine to me. Drew McIntyre was also visibly upset, pissed off, and left the arena abruptly. But we don't know if that storyline, because he still ended up losing when he joined the Judgment Day, and the whole point was he was supposed to win with the Judgment Day, or if it's Punk related, or if it's something that went down inside the match, which also could have happened. But what do you think? What do you make of all this? Starting with Punk's return, like literally Punk comes back, and now all this shit's coming out, and all these different things are happening already.
So I did read the report that everybody was told right before the match started, but that doesn't necessarily mean they knew who it was either. They could have all just been told, hey, somebody's going to come out after the match. And they could have probably put 2 and 2 together. But they don't necessarily know it was Punk either, you know? So I don't know. But McIntyre left before Punk's music hit, so if they did all know and he was actually mad about that, then him leaving before they did that kind of makes sense, I guess. But let me paint
a scenario for you, and you tell me how likely this is. So the reports are that we had Triple H just take over the production truck, and he took over with the CM Punk thing at the end, right?
He
didn't cue up fucking Cult of Personality,
right?
So somebody had to know, or he would have told somebody, hey, you need to have that ready and available. The fucking video package had to be ready and available for the Best in the World fucking snow shit that comes on the fucking Titantron and shit. Like, there's no way that Triple H just went in there.
He brought it back there on a USB.
Doesn't know how to work a fucking smartphone, and fucking you're telling me this man is doing all this shit and took over, and only him and one other person knew. Like, that's bullshit.
Yeah. He brought it back there on a USB. Said, plug this in.
Yeah, sure he did. Sure he did, guy. Sure he did. Yes,
got
that's
a
funny.
Surprise.
I got this off of Tony Khan's laptop. I drove it over here right away. Plug it in before it's too late. We made it just in time. The copyright thing went up. Fuck.
Yeah. I don't give a shit about Punk being back, and I am never gonna give a shit about Punk being back. I don't care. There's nothing he's gonna do that's gonna interest me. There's not a single match that I want to see there that I give a shit about him. Okay, who's he gonna fucking wrestle? Cody Rhodes, McIntyre, Sami Zayn. I don't give a fuck about any of these matches. Roman Reigns. They're never gonna. They better not fucking put him over Roman. That would piss me off more than anything. And I don't care. I don't care about a single.
I'm
there's not a single matchup.
Tweets. Have you seen any of my tweets about this?
Nah, I've been asleep.
Okay, I didn't think you did because you had watched it later, way later, right? So
Yeah, I watched it this morning.
all right, here's a couple of my tweets, and you let me I'll go one at a time, and you let me know. Denise had tweeted out, obviously, what was your reaction to CM Punk coming back to WWE? Drop a GIF. Now, I didn't drop a GIF. I literally quote tweeted it and answered the question. And I said, quote unquote, hypocritical carny was actually my first thought. Still is to some degree, but dude, whatever it takes for him to get his mind right, and if he's happy, it's whatever. Still won't be watching Raw and SmackDown weekly. Will be watching the PLEs regardless, though, whether he was going to be on them or not, like I just did for that one. You know what I'm saying? That was my first tweet about it, I think. Yeah. Well, I mean, my first tweet was the screenshot of our text where I said, I'm going to rant like a motherfucker on the show if he shows up. And then I had put, well, guess y'all better tune into the show tomorrow because I'll be ready. Rant incoming. The only silver lining to the whole thing was Ryback saying he retired, but then of course he reneged on that because he's an asshole too. Hypocrite. Ryan Satin posted, biggest hypocrite ever. I quote tweeted that and said, not wrong. Rare Ryan Satin win. David Bixby tweeted out, maybe it's different without Vince. He has Dana White as an ally. Maybe Triple H has matured, but I really don't know if going back to the workplace that you very specifically and very publicly blamed for causing a major mental health episode is entirely healthy. I hope I'm wrong. I tweeted out, Cody, Jade, Phil, 3 people disrespected by the same company that they all went back to. That's so weird to me. Not that they went back, but that they were all very open about what happened to them publicly and still went back. It's 2023. There's options, and you still going back is weird.
I know options for Punk. He fucked up all his options, so.
He apparently had a really strong offer from Impact, and that's not people making light of Impact. Like, it was like legit. They thought he was gonna go until I guess WWE got wind of it and like, no, if he's gonna go to Impact, we're gonna take him because clearly he still wants to wrestle, and it's not a money grab type deal.
I don't know why he's not that good at it.
But my thing is if like I'll get to that tweet in a second. Did this man say he's a different person than 10 years ago? Did you watch the press conference?
No, I started trying to find it on YouTube.
Punk is not on it, but Triple H is on it, and of course they asked him about it. And Triple H said something about him being a different man than 10 years ago, whatever.
No, he's not.
I know. I said, did this man say he's a different person than 10 years ago? Did he not watch Brawl Out?
Yeah,
they're gonna have to.
He's not matured in any way.
This is my favorite tweet. That's not getting enough love, I don't think. They're gonna have to have a third world title and bring back Velocity in a year for CM Punk. That's my favorite of my tweets, and I don't know why it's not getting more love. It should. I did tag Survivor Series. I'm pretty sure a lot of people saw it. Anyway, I think Punk should have to go to NXT.
They don't watch AEW.
I think Punk should have to go to NXT and learn under the HBK learning tree since following Brett's path didn't work out too well for him. And then I said, that was my last one, I think. But I mean, we kept going. I kept quote tweeting other people. Tripp's gonna have to have a meeting before Raw. Too much shit is already happening with the Drew McIntyre and the Seth Rollins thing.
This is part of the Brett storyline, right? You get so pissed off by being fucked over that you leave, and then you come back.
Well, he came back way after, and he couldn't even wrestle anymore. Like
bullshit.
He had a stroke.
Yeah, Punk can't either.
All right, you need first of all, you need to pipe down on that nonsense.
Yeah, Punk
Corey
can't wrestle.
He can definitely hang in. He can definitely hang in the ring more in WWE than he can in AEW. Corey was genuinely concerned for his friend. Michael Cole knew he wasn't going to do a damn thing. That's when they were holding back Seth Rollins. And he was acting like he was going to do something.
It does seem weird that if it's a work that you have those two be the ones to hold him back as opposed to like security or other wrestlers or something. Because the other wrestlers were just kind of fucking standing around. That was kind of weird.
Well, they didn't have a problem with him coming back. Rollins has always had a problem with him.
But that's not what I mean. I mean, like, if it's a work, wouldn't you have them be the ones to be holding stuff back?
That's a great question.
Like you said,
that's a great question. Instead of just Corey, who was his friend, in real
Right.
life, and then Cole, yeah.
Because
I
it
agree
doesn't
with
make
that part.
Seth look good to have Michael Cole be the one holding him back. So that doesn't seem like a work to me.
I think it made Rollins look worse. With really, you couldn't get by Cole.
That's what I'm
If
saying.
you really wanted to go after him, you would have found a way to get after him. Cole is not stopping you.
Yeah, but that's well. I don't think he was physically trying to go over there. I think Michael Cole is trying to be like, hey man, hey buddy. Relax,
I don't
come
know.
here."
He kept
He
getting
wasn't like-
closer and closer. Watch the video, bro. Watch the video.
That's because Michael Cole's not very good at holding him. But
No, Michael Cole was very good. He stopped him.
well, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he was really trying to go down there. But
Yeah, I don't think he was either. At least, okay, so the news about the Impact thing had Impact Wrestling had made a major money offer to CM Punk, which he was mulling over. Impact sources felt they were actually very close to scoring Punk and hoped he would even be at Bound for Glory as part of the unveiling of the return of TNA. And I said, at least they gave it a real shot. If they have that much money for him, then they can half that and bolster their current roster with a few and make people take them seriously when they rebrand officially happens back to TNA. I like the aggressiveness though. Like, if you had that much money to pay Punk and he was literally mulling over your thing, why don't you just half that money?
give it a
Keep
right.
half of it in the bank. Take that money and go get some fucking other people that can help your company and round out your roster instead of having, just Punk and then Rhino and Heath Slater or, Sammy Callahan and Eddie Edwards. You know what I'm saying? Like, go round that bitch out a little bit.
They could maybe get Ziggler. I don't know.
Yeah, like a Mustafa Ali, Ziggler, Shelton Benjamin. You could have got all three of them for the same amount that you just probably was going to try to offer Punk.
Danielson's really high on Ali, so there's people are saying he's probably going to.
I mean, I know, I understand that, but that doesn't mean you still can't make those offers.
Now that he's going to be wrestling night 4 of a buy one get one extravaganza.
Oh, hey, I do have one more. This one you like. We as the IWC should legit do a poll on which WWE superstar will be the first to cut a promo that will piss Phil off and make the entire thing go off the rails.
It'll be Rollins.
Yeah, I mean, it'll either be
100%.
Rollins or who else is really good on the mic over there that could actually pull that off? That has history with him. Roman, I guess,
Miz?
could do it, but he's probably
Miz
going to be
could
on
do it.
Raw, obviously.
The Miz could do it.
Odie could do it. Oh, Miz could definitely do it. Oh, Miz could do it.
All
could
Miz
do
would
it
have
if
to
he
do
wants
is bring up the fucking hypocrisy of that goddamn tweet in any sort of like
Well, that's one
sly
of my
little way.
favorite. One of my favorite tweets that I was seeing was like, I can't wait for that first Saudi show to see if he's going to be on it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, you can go ahead with your thoughts on it. I mean, we pretty much already know. I mean, I'm the Punk fan, and you see how I'm reacting, so I can only imagine.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I feel like he's the biggest hypocritical guy ever, and it's not an AEW versus WWE thing. It's a CM Punk versus WWE thing.
Yeah, WWE thing, yeah. You can't heal in the place that made you sick, but I got time to go be sick again. Also, I don't like I was saying, there's nothing he's gonna do there that I give a fuck about. Like what his whole gripe was, they never put me in the WrestleMania main event and whatever the fuck. You had one of the longest fucking championship reigns in that entire company for a long
What's
time.
he gonna do? Not only that, and I think they literally, a lot of people were actually bitching that they did the Lesnar reign to take over CM Punk's reign, so they didn't have to mention CM Punk's name anymore. And now you got Roman that beat his record too. So it's like, for modernized,
Like
I mean,
times as much.
so like the funny thing is like if you think about it, right, and to your point, like you literally just said, there's nothing CM Punk can do in WWE that you're interested in. You know why? Because he's already done everything.
Yeah.
He won Money in the Bank twice. He won the fucking world title multiple times. He won the ECW championship. He won tag titles multiple times. Like, what is it that you're going back for? What is it that you're missing? A Royal Rumble win? Like, what is it that you're going to get that's going to make us view CM Punk as, oh yeah, he still got it, or he can still go? Half the guys that are still there, when you were there, you've already wrestled. You already buried them. Well, not buried them, but you squashed them basically because they were really young when you were there last time. Like your Biggies, your Shields, etc. What is it that you're going to do that is going to make us be like, oh man, I'm so excited for this CM Punk match, or so excited for this possible accomplishment with Punk, if that makes sense?
The thing too, so there's been new reports since on McIntyre, and it wasn't just the leaving early thing. When he was backstage in his locker room and shit, he was apparently like slamming doors. Like he's not. He's
but
not
he's also
happy
got the
about
contract shit coming up too.
his contract. I thought his contract shit already came up, and he already agreed to stay.
See, that's what we thought. That's what everybody thought, but that's apparently not the case. Apparently, the case is that they're either he signed a short-term deal, or somebody got the timing of the contract wrong. Because now they're saying that his contract is coming up. I mean, I won't say very soon, but in the near future, I'll say that.
I mean, that's somebody that knows that he'll be fine on the indies. And the indies ain't the indies.
That man ain't going
Like
to the indies. There ain't no fucking way AEW's not picking that motherfucker up.
Right. Well, what I'm saying is the indies aren't what they were when he was on it anymore either. So he'd probably end up going to AEW. But yeah, dude, like, here's the thing too. You looking at it from his point of view, they just did a big character turn with him. They put him in this fucking match. He loses the match anyway. Now you have some guy coming in doing the thing that he was talking shit about The Rock about, being some old fucker coming back in to basically take spotlight away from people who had actually been working. Here's what pissed me off about it. He didn't come out to do an angle. He just came out to take attention away from the whole fucking War Games match that had just happened. You didn't fucking do anything. Why is War Games on your new shirt that came out? Because you came out at the end and fucking hugged the crowd? Fuck you. There was just a whole match with 10 people in it where they worked their asses off, because it was a pretty good match for a War Games match or whatever. And then you come out at the end and take up all the fucking cheers and spotlight and what? Why? You're overshadowing Randy Orton coming back, which is a much bigger deal because he's actually a good fucking wrestler. And then, he's going to be in the twilight of his career. This is going to be pretty much his last run. But you overshadow him coming back. You overshadowed the entire fucking match that just happened. You basically overshadowed the entire event. And for what? To come out and have your fucking ego stroked because people went, your fucking music? Fuck you. You didn't do anything. Why the fuck is War Games on your shirt? That pisses me off. You weren't in a fucking War Games match. You weren't in a match at all. You did nothing. So I'd be fucking pissed too.
Yeah, it'd be one thing if he came out and then like gave the GTS to Seth Rollins and it was to set up a feud right out the gate, but literally just to come out, not go 2 feet past the stage, hug a couple fans, and now magically you have a shirt. Why didn't you just come out with a regular ass CM Punk shirt?
Yeah,
that said I'm back on the back of it or something. You know, like I don't understand. It's whatever. We'll get our. I can't wait to see how he fucking tries to spin this bullshit on Raw. I can't wait.
He's gonna do the same thing as he did when he came back to AEW. He's gonna say, "Well, I couldn't change anything from my couch in Chicago."
I won't watch it live, obviously. Like, I don't watch a lot of WWE stuff live. I'll probably just watch the clip of whatever his promo segment is so that I can pick it apart on the show. I might watch the show. Sometimes I watch the 3 hours, sometimes I don't. 3 hours is a long fucking time for that shit show that they call Raw, where it's half of fucking infomercials inside of their own show.